So greetings from the Pennsylvania countryside once again. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, June 27th, I believe. I'm back here at Blue Marsh Lake. Just gonna go for what I call a bug walk. Just gonna take a nice slow little walk. Try to check out the flowers and look under leaves and stuff and see what all we can find this morning. And maybe a little bit later, maybe I'll talk about some plans that are coming up for some future trips. Made some reservations earlier this morning, so maybe I'll talk a little bit about that. But let's get going. Yes, like I said, I'm here at Blue Marsh. I'm parked at the Lamb's Mill parking area. I don't often come to this particular spot, but there's a lot of flowers out here. I'm seeing some different butterflies and bees and stuff. So like I said, this is one of these videos where I'll try to go slow and see it all we can find. Take a little closer look. Yes, like I said, we're going to be turning over leaves, looking for amazing looking caterpillars. Trying to zoom on some of the flowers, but down right here in the parking lot is something. I don't know if you can see it from here. It's nothing super exciting, but it's just interesting how they really blend in. Let me see if I can find it on the camera screen. Is that it right there? I believe that's it right there. That is a grasshopper. That's only as far as I can zoom in. Yeah, they blend in. Almost looks like a leaf or a twig. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. He'll fly off if I get too close. Yeah, he flew off. They don't let you get too close. Got some fleabane here. Quite a bit growing. These blue flowers are chicory. They, you can dry the roots, make like a coffee substitute out of them. Gotta try that sometime yet. I think we'll go down this way. The lake border trail is down this way. And there's like a three-way crossing. The lake border trail goes up that way. That goes up to some open fields. We could go that way. Not sure if I want to go that way or not, but just thinking. It's kind of a random adventure this morning. And the trail also goes this way. That's where I was planning on going. You can also go this way down to the lake, but I think I want to go this way. Yeah, so the goal for this video is not about covering distance or anything like that, but just looking for things. There's a beautiful little spider web glistening in the sun there. You can see that. This is a spice bush right here. You can see how a lot of the leaves have been munched on. So somebody is enjoying this bush. So I'm going to take a little time and see if I can find who's munching on this. A lot of times they hide underneath. If you flip the leaves over, sometimes you can see them hiding underneath, but I don't see anybody here just yet. But sometimes they camouflage themselves as like a little stick or something. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to see if I can find who's been eating this. So I found one critter on the leaf. I don't think he's the one that's eating the leaves. Not sure what he is. Have to wait till I get home maybe. Look it up in the bug book, but oh, of course, just as soon as I turned off the camera, spotted this guy. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There you go. Daddy Longlegs, we call him, or Harvestman is their official name. Cool. Oh, where you going, buddy? He's just chilling out for us. Oops, too much. Alright. So I noticed this branch here is completely eaten of leaves. And I saw there might be something right there. I'm going to try and zoom in on that for you. Yeah, camera doesn't. I'm having a little trouble focusing on that. There might be something hiding in there, the way the leaves curled up. I might have to let that one go. Alright, let's let this bush go for now. Keep going. Hardly came all that much at all. Right up there is where we started. That's what happens when you slow down and look. We found a few things already. Most of the time when you're on these trails, you're just, making for distance or things. See all these. That's poison ivy. I'm not going to play with that, but all these leaves here, someone's munching on them. So yeah. I think we do a steep drop off down here. Check out these like little alien growths growing off this leaf. Some kind of, I guess we call it a gall of some sort, but they're kind of cool. That's how they look like. They're kind of covering the leaves here. Alright. Yeah, we finally got some rain last night. The trails are a little bit washed out, but we've been in a kind of a drought situation. Not a severe one, but got some much needed thunderstorms passing through last night, so that was cool. Feels a lot better today too. Yeah, you can kind of see Blue Marsh Lake through the trees there a little bit. There, if you had gone down the other trail I showed you, there are some foundations down along that way and stuff like that. I filmed those before though. All right, let's keep looking. Oh, we got some jewelweed here. Not blooming yet. I think there's some ruins down this way too, like an old well or something like that. But check out that dude. He's got some, oh, there he goes. Oh, that's a catbird. Sounds like a cat. Alright. These bugs we're looking for, these caterpillars and things, are not always that easy to find. Because you have to understand that they don't really want to be found. Especially during the day, that's what they hide under the leaves and stuff. Because if they stay out in the open, then the birds and other predators find them and they're easy pickings, so they hide. And they're really good at hiding and camouflaging themselves, so they're not always super evident, like, oh, there they are. So, I mean, if there are some don't care, some are poisonous and don't care who sees them because they don't have to worry about being eaten, but a lot of them are really good at hiding. So there's a view of the lake out there. Alright, we're gonna keep going, keep looking. We can't turn over every single leaf looking, but so just taking our time. So always looking for leaves that are being munched on. And this is a hickory tree. I always want to find, there's a caterpillar called the hickory horn devil, which I'd love to find, never have, but they're kind of rare. Yes, like I said, I'll probably tell you a little bit about some upcoming trips. I know this Saturday, the 29th, I'll be down in West Virginia with my friend Todd. The one fella that we filmed with earlier this spring, we were in that one cave. He invited us to check out a neat area, which has a cool legend to it. But I'll save that for the video, so I'll be this Saturday. But then coming up next week, in start of July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I'll be out in southwestern Pennsylvania once again. Visiting a couple spots out there. Yeah, I'll hopefully be getting to my last state park in that area, the Allegheny Islands State Park, it's called. Bushy Run Battlefield, we'll hopefully want to get to. Ooh, what have we here? Actually, I think that's a young spotted lanternfly. So, they are invasive. Yeah. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Yeah, I said, what did I say? Bushy Run Battlefield. I'll be in Washington County then. Washington County has 23 covered bridges. I've been to 4 of them, so I gotta get the other 19 done. So, oh, I've got a fella down here. So that's quite an ambitious trip to get all 19 of them done, but that's an ugly looking fella down there. Let me zoom in on him. Where'd he go? They're not my favorite thing to be around. Anyway, he's down in there now. Oh, there he comes out. Probably looking for bugs too, actually. Another reason if you're a bug to hide. think we talked about in that previous video, those hornets and stuff, they're looking for caterpillars and stuff too. They sting them, paralyze them, and lay eggs on them. So when the eggs hatch, they still eat the live caterpillar, even though it's just paralyzed, it just can't move. So it's a horrible way to go. But yeah. Yes, over the course of those couple days, I'm going to try to get to the rest of 19 of those covered bridges. Anyway, I'll be staying at Raccoon Creek State Park that first night, though. I'll get to the high point of Washington County. That'll be the last high point in that part of the state, too. Just got some of these different series that we got to work on getting wrapped up. And I'll be in the second night, I'll be staying in Ohiopyle State Park. So, yeah. So just some things that are coming up on the channel. Might squeeze in a few other locations too. See, look, someone's really been eating at these. But I can't, if you turn them over. Sometimes they travel, you know, in the morning they travel back down the stem further and hide. But anyway. Alright, so we finally found one of the culprits. Just tipped over, there's some holes there, I've tipped it over, and right there he is. You can barely see him. I'm going to try and zoom in on that in a little bit, but he's green in color there. Blends in really nicely. I'll see if I can, how well this works, zooming in on him. There he is. Hopefully that's clear. Try and zoom in just a little bit more. Yeah. You can almost see his insides. That is pretty awesome. To see how he's the same color as the leaf almost. Just blends in almost perfectly. I'm going to try and zoom in just a little bit more. It might blur out. Oh, there it does blur out. There we go. He's one of the caterpillars that's making all those holes. And I think right up here is an old well and some foundations. Was this the spot? Oh yeah, I feel like there was. Maybe it's up just a bit further, but I feel like, anyway, who knows, maybe they filled it in too. Maybe it's up just a little bit further. There'd be like a rock wall on the side here. Just opposite, there was an old well in the ground. Okay, maybe I'm not at the right spot. Okay, we are in the right area. Right here's the stone wall. I was just down that way's a little bit too soon for it, but here is an old stone wall right here. And over here somewhere is that well. So there's probably a house up here at one point. Yeah, right here it is. Mostly filled in. There's an old well. Actually, it's a neat spot. This is where I saw my first fisher. If you know what fishers are, they're like a large weasel-like creature. They're in the weasel family. It's the first time I ever saw one. It was right here, and it jumped up into that tree. It took me a little while to realize what it was. Because like several other animals here in Pennsylvania, the fisher at one point was, I guess the term would be, was extirpated from Pennsylvania and no longer found here. But then at some point in the 2000s, they started reintroducing them. But I never really expected to see one here in Blue Marsh, but this is where I saw my first one. It took me a couple of minutes to realize what it was. I don't think I was filming at the time. I got some really blurry pictures of it, but that's what I remember this spot for. All right, we got a little treat here. There it is. The ebony jewel wing damselfly. I get that all out. I think we saw one of those recently at, we're in Gifford Pinchot along Beaver Creek. Hiking part of the Mason-Dixon Trail. They have that beautiful color to them. Cool. Take the trail or the bridge? This bridge looks pretty. I think the trail is for horses, but this bridge is pretty wonky. One of the streams that flows into the lake. See if there's any fish down there. It's a little muddy because all the rain we got last night. Yeah, check this out. I'm just kind of moseying on my way back. Must have missed this coming through. We're not too far from where that well and foundation are. It just shows you, like, yeah, I totally walked past that on the way out, but saw it on the way coming back. So even if you're hiking the same trail back, you can find new things. Yeah, back down along the lake and through the trees, I can see a great blue heron out there. I'm gonna try and we'll see how this works so I can zoom in on him. Well, that works surprisingly well. I believe it's focusing on him through all the branches and leaves. Looks like he's cleaning himself. Yeah, but there you had to zoom in through all through all this. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't, but there we go. You always love paths right along the edge of a lake. I just missed a critter that was down there. I zoomed in. Some kind of a... Oh, I wish I would have got it on camera. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh, there it is. See if it comes out again. Cool. Not sure. Guess it's just under the bank there. Alright, that was cool. I was just going across this bridge, decided just to stop and take a look over here, and yeah, it just shows once again if you slow down, we're on these trails, you will see more. Cool. Probably maybe like what they call a water shrew or something like that. And we just got this steep hill yet back up to the parking lot. Might there's that meadow up there. Might just walk around up there a little bit yet. Yeah, I was just planning on finding bugs on this hike, but we found some birds and some other critters too, which we'll take. So, yeah, sometimes when you're hiking you can't always slow down. Like if you have a certain number of miles you need to make or only a certain amount of time, you can't always do this, you know, slow down super slow. But if you can, it can be worthwhile. Alright, I'm back at that little meadow where I parked. I don't really see, I was hoping to see some like butterflies and stuff, but mostly what's growing up here is this fleabane, which is not, whoops, but there's something in there. Anyway, which is not usually all that attractive to a lot of insects. It has a natural insecticide in it called pyrethrum. So there's a lot of it out here. And you don't really see like a ton of butterflies and bees and stuff on it. You kind of just leave it alone. And that's what all this out here is. So, alright, but that'll be it then for this video. Actually, I didn't mention it, but I have a really long hike tomorrow. I'm gonna hike an section of the Mason-Dixon Trail tomorrow. There's a 15.5 mile road walk from Gifford-Pinchot State Park to the Susquehanna River. I'm gonna try and do it all at once. I have someone helping me with that to kind of drive me back to where I parked, so I don't have to go 15.5 miles back. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. All right, but thanks for coming along with me. It's a little fun little adventure, short little hike. Got to see some cool critters. All right, thanks for coming along.